The third car on this list is kind of didn't go particularly well in terms of updating the tune. I mean, yeah, there's no more flip, but I think this is too much of a brick, and it's got too much standard error to where it doesn't reach its top speed particularly quickly. It's definitely more of a track focused car because it handles very well around the corners. Not with obviously 1,000 horsepower with the new parts, but definitely handles very well at a lower horsepower level and lower torque level so that it doesn't spin the wheels up. In this case, it kind of struggled to get above like 250, 260 by itself, and then with nitrous and slipstream it can barely scrape above 280, but I figured I'd update the tune anyway to make it a no transmission flip tune so that anybody can use it. It's, as you can see on the downhill section here, it can get to about 282 and then it kind of goes back down because of the error, and it's too big and it's not very aerodynamic in terms of, well, slippery as you'd call it, but I do believe it is a better track focused car and definitely worth making a tune on it for, say, even Sardinia or even Le Mans, but it's struggling to keep up with the top cars on this race that I've made, and it'll probably struggle to keep up with anything in particular. If the normal Camaro SS had this engine in it, it would probably go faster, in my opinion. But there is a car which does have this engine swap, the TVR Tuscan, which may have hope in terms of slipperiness and top speed. I will have to try that out at some point, but here's the updated tune anyway, and I'll leave you to watch the rest of it before we get to the tune. Right, going now to the tuning shop. Obviously, you start off with the ultimate parts, which you unlock at level 50. Right here, we've got titanium rods and your stage 5 weight. Make sure you definitely buy that. And your carbon prop shaft. Make sure you buy your stage 5 weight. From extreme, you want your nitrous and heavy wets. And everything else is kind of optional. Here, I choose to buy the steering angle, just in case I want to make it into a drift car for some reason. Then from racing, you want engine balance tuning, polished ports, your high-end supercharger, intercooler, air filter, silencer, manifold, brake pads, any of the discs, suspension, clutch and flywheel, and your transmission, and obviously your soft tires. And from the semi-racing section, you want your crank, basically everything on the top there, and your LSD, and your increased body rigidity. Remember that you've bought stage 5 weight, so all the weight would be bought. So you want your bore on Club Sport and optional ballast and power restrictor on that side, and then nothing from the first section because you've already bought stage 1 by buying stage 5 weight. So settings, obviously you want your heavy wets on the front, softs on the back, ride height as low as it will go, anti-roll on 8, compression on 40, expansion on 45, natural frequency 2.4, front and rear, no camber, no toe, fully locked diff 60-60-60, and as you can see, you can't adjust the error, which I think is what's holding this car back a little bit. And for your fully customizable racing transmission, auto setting on 500, and then the following gears 2.473, 1.488, 1.016, 0.713, 0.535, and 0.515, and the final drive of 3.73, which I don't think I changed at all. And then obviously you want your nitrous maxed out at 50%. And as you can see, here's all the parts that have been installed on this car, so you can pause it wherever you need to if you really want to adjust this. And obviously you've bought your stage 5 weight, So you don't need to buy the rest. Remember that. I'm going to keep reminding you every video because a lot of people buy the stage 5 weight and then never actually and then they end up buying stage 1 to 4 and then buying stage 5, which is really funny. But I'll leave you to have fun with that tune. Stay tuned for the next video and I'll catch you guys soon.